Hello guys, welcome back again. This is the part 4 of the WebSockets chat application. This part obviously we just continue from where we left the last time. So from where we left, we're gonna we're gonna add one thing before we continue. So we go inside the socket middleware. So inside here, um, inside the socket middleware, the invoke async method, inside just after the variable socket, we will add the handler, await handler dot unconnected, and then inside we pass the socket. So that's what we're gonna add here. So we're done for this part. The next bit is we're going to add a new project. First, we're gonna add a console client to test it. So we add a new project. And it's a console application, and we're just gonna call it YouTube dot WebSockets console. So now we've got this bit created. Okay, so here now we're going to add a new method. We're going to call this method, it's a public static async task, and we're just going to call it start WebSockets. So that's what we're gonna call it, and that's it here. So before we put anything inside the method, we're just gonna do this bit here. So this is what we're gonna do. We will start at least 2 or 3 instances of this console application. So we're gonna say if process dot get process by name. So inside here we put process dot get current process, and then process name dot count Okay, so if that's greater or less than 2, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna say process dot start so inside here, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna copy the namespace here. The YouTube dot WebSocket console, and we're gonna paste it inside here. Then dot execute just like this here. So right after this, the if statement, this is what we would do. We're going to say start WebSockets dot get awaiter dot get results. So that's what we're going to do here. And now inside, now we work inside. So inside here, we're going to add a variable client is equal to new client WebSockets. So we can say await client dot connect async. So inside here we're gonna put a new URI so the URI, we pass this inside a constructor, and it's WS for WebSocket colon 2// localhost colon 5000 for the port number / WS. So that's what we're gonna do here, and then we can pass our cancellation token dot none. Cancellation token dot none. So now we've got this started, so we can just write something to the console. We could just say WebSocket connection established at daytime.utc. Okay, we can put something like this. So now we're good to go. So we can say variable send is equal to task dot run so async so this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna put inside the task. Gonna say initialize, declare a string message, and we could say while message is equal to console console.readline is not equal to null, and message is not equal to string dot empty. So that's what we're gonna do here. Okay, so inside the while, we're gonna declare a variable called bytes. This will be encoding dot utf8 dot get bytes. So we pass the message. So here we await a client dot send async new array segment. We pass the bytes, and then WebSocket message dot test, then cancellation, then here before the cancellation token we put in a true, and then cancellation token dot none. So as you can see, it's a pretty simple stuff. The next bit is we await client dot close output async. So it's a WebSocket dot no more closure, status dot no more closure, put an empty string, and then our cancellation token. So as you can see, it's a very simple stuff. So after the send variable, this is what we do. We add a new variable, but before we do that, we'll add one more method here. We're gonna call it public static async task receive async. Then it takes in the client's WebSocket client. So we come back to this in a bit. So while we finish this, so we come out of the send variable, and here we initialize. We declare variable receive, and we make it receive async. Then we pass in the client. So here we await task dot when all. So we pass in the send and receive. So that's it for the start WebSocket method. So we come inside the receive one, the receive bit here, and And this is what we're gonna do. We declare a variable, a buffer, and this will be a new bytes array. So we pass in 24 kilobytes, so it's 1024 by 4, so it's 4 kilobytes, I suppose. So here we could say while true, variable results is equal to client dot await dot receive async. So it's a new segment array. So we pass in our buffer and our cancellation token dot none. So we could say we could write to the console and encoding dot utf8 dot get string. So we pass in the buffer and then the offset 0, and then a results dot count. Actually results. Okay, so we await the results. Then results dot count. So after that, we could say if results dot message type is the same as WebSocket message test. I mean it's the same as closed. We await client dot close output async. So we set WebSocket dot normal closure and then empty string, and then our cancellation token dot none. Then we can break. So to test it, what we're gonna do is we're gonna open our PowerShell in an administrative mode. So we open the PowerShell in an admin mode. Okay, so we set the current directory to the current project which I've got. So I'll just go ahead and do that, and then we build a project first. Okay, so now we've successfully built it. We can run it. Okay, so we've got it running now. So we can set this bit here to the as a startup. Now let me check the program if everything is set up. Okay, so nice. So what we're gonna run it to see what will come out of it. So fingers crossed, everything will be fine. So we just wait for it to run. So as you can see, we're getting some instances created. So we're just waiting for it to complete with the. So as you can see, we've got the connections established, and they're being able to send each other some message. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just type anything here, and then press enter, and you see that it will be sent to the other connected. I pressed enter, so as you can see, it's being sent live. So this is what we will do for here for now. Obviously, the next bit is we try and then write a JavaScript client to see how you can also connect using that JavaScript. We possibly also continue with WPF client as well. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do, and catch up on the next video. Peace.